Bonsoir, people of the world. How are you? I'm good. I just got in from work, so it's late. We're going to talk about our anchor card for the week and touch base a little bit about the new moon. According to some, they're counting it happening tonight, and according to others, they're counting it for February 1st. But yeah, so my shifts have been going good. I've been increasingly getting stretched a little thinner every night, which is great. I'm beginning to work myself out of disembodied anxiety, and my tables have seemed happy. I've been hitting it off with them, so no one seemed to notice that I'm a little stretched and still a little slow, but that's okay. Everything's going good. I've been making good money, and I've had a lot of easy people, a lot of people in good moods, just having good times out with other good people. So I'm happy. Everything's going good. So our anchor card for the week, I was like really indecisive about what deck to use. Usually like it'll just like occur to me. And I'm like, kind of like, waving my hand around the decks, just trying to find some energy. And I was like, no, it's the archetype deck. And it was just like, I have something to say, like, everybody else, like, it's me. So our card from the archetype deck is offering. And I felt that was very appropriate because, the new moon is happening tonight or tomorrow in Aquarius. And it's considered the third lunation of January and the second new moon of the month. So it's the black moon. And it's bookended by Venus going direct and Mercury going direct. So this is making it extra easy and putting an extra charge behind us, leaving the past behind and just charging into the future with confidence and really stepping into authenticity and communicating that truth and presenting it to the world and just being more independent and embracing that. And so a lot of really exciting energy moving forward, and that's happening in Aquarius. So it's got even more of that whole, like, let's go change the world. Like, we could really make a difference. Like, it's just really big picture, making big moves, big, bold moves, like really getting out there and showing the world who's boss, putting on them red high heels. So the offering is asking us to offer something forward or give something up in order for these blessings to come through, for this up leveling to occur. And if we're up leveling within ourselves, we have to let go of patterns and parts of our personality and maybe parts of our ego that aren't serving us. Sometimes we have to offer the olive branch or say something first when we don't want to, or be the quickest one to forgive. Sometimes the offering is letting someone go and have their space. Sometimes it's letting go of things that have accumulated in our lives that are just taking up, energy and space that we don't need. We're not really in alignment with anymore. So we just need to offload. I mean, there's physical cleaning that you can do that will help during this. And I think that would be a good ritual to pair with it. I love doing a big house clean on new moons and full moons. And I also love when I'm trying to release, whether it be fear or a belief or a pattern, or if I'm just like, ooh, I feel very I need to release a lot and I'm not even sure what it all is. I think that doing a deep clean and letting yourself get into that meditative state while you're cleaning and letting that subconscious stuff come up, because you're doing the act of cleaning, right? And in the intention, you're thinking okay, I'm also as I'm cleaning the outside in my home, I want to clean the inside of my home. And so the subconscious starts to take the trash out, and you start thinking about certain things and having certain memories and making certain connections. And sometimes it's random things that you would never expect that come up, and you make this connection and then this epiphany, and you're like, oh, that's it. So really set your intention tomorrow, there's something that I'm ready to give up, or there's something that I know is being asked of me to give up in order for this other thing to come through. And so I'm going to do the symbolic act of cleaning and making that offering to the universe, and then allowing that thing to fall away naturally. So it doesn't mean that you have to like pick up the phone tomorrow and like burn a bridge or anything like that. Like, it'll come up naturally, but just put that out to the universe that you're willing. If it's physical stuff that you need to get rid of, yeah, maybe do like a declutter tomorrow, or at least get a good start on it. The new moon is very, it really supports any kind of like cleansing, detoxing efforts that you put in. It usually gives you, it just expands the time for you. It makes it that much more efficient. And then you usually get like some kind of like bonus afterwards, like something like falls out of the sky, usually for me, if I do that. Another thing I was going to mention about the offering is that even in magic, nothing is free. The energy is neither created or destroyed. So when we're pulling things out of the universe, we have to pay for them somehow. And if you're not paying for what, you're pulling out of the universe or what you're taking, we always want to be giving an exchange and a balance of giving and receiving, and keeping that flow of energy so nothing stagnates. And so I lost my train of thought. Oh, that nothing is created or destroyed. It's only transmuted. So in order to avoid racking up like a big cosmic credit card debt, that's gonna be something that you're not gonna want to pay that debt. It's better to proactively change ourselves and transcend our weaknesses and our shadow self, and extend generosity of spirit to others, and kindness and sharing and forgiveness, and giving someone, a fresh start, giving someone credit for a new day, cutting somebody some slack, showing kindness to others. It really helps. But also the major thing is that we really have to rise above our own fears within ourselves. That's what really transmutes things within us, so that we can live in a more elevated state of our lives, a more elevated expression of who we are. And, we can step into more of our potential. It requires that we maybe reconsider the things that we're very proud or stubborn about, It asks us to question if we've been too hard or stern and we need to show more mercy, or maybe we've shown a little too much mercy and we need to set better boundaries. So it'll ask you to put effort in. Let's just put it that way. You will have to put effort into something and earn that boon that's on the way, earn that up leveling. So yeah, the offering, it's going to be something that's going to take some sweat, or it's going to be something that means something to you, that you've been reluctant to let go of. I think that it's important to be discerning. It's not just like you go out there with like an axe and just start chopping away at whatever. Like, I'm just gonna get rid of something. Like, don't do that. Like, be like, in your heart, like if there's something that's not in your highest good, or if it's something that's sort of getting in the way of something else. A lot of people have been kind of reporting to me today things that they're having to overcome, and for some people it's patterns. For some people it's letting people have their freedom to do their thing, or maybe creating space between you and another person for a bit. There's a lot of different things people are reporting. For some it's just giving up a habit. But whatever it is for you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments if you would like, or you can DM me. I know sometimes it's scary to put that in a comment, but I'm on Instagram, so you can DM me if you want to do it on the slide, the DL, whatever. All right. Well, I think that's all tonight. I am going to read the card because I love these, the way that this booklet is. And she has some little side notes that are also really good. Because I think there's sometimes there's this one little sentence that needs to get read. I can't find it. And I'm not gonna edit this out either. You're just gonna be sitting there watching this. The mask, the sword. I'm looking. Offering. Where are you? Okay, I might have to edit this. This is taking a long time. I have to go through like every page. The tools. Oh, here it is. Okay, just took 10 years. All right, offering, the gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up. For the sake of the bigger picture, if not, oh, sorry. I can't read. Me and my friend Tracy always laugh because when we're like reading the cards, we can't read it anymore. Something needs to be given and giving up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it is likely that it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world for now, start small. Okay, read that again. For a moment, if you were able to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world, for now, start small. For now, start small. Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm insane. So when this energy is on the lighter side, shows up as generosity, donation, volunteering. Those are some keywords. I also would say that you're willing to give of yourself. You're willing to put the work in. You're willing to put the devotion and the commitment. I learned something really great in Kabbalah today. My teacher David taught us this. He said, when you have a spiritual routine or any kind of routine that is non-negotiable, like you do it no matter what, without fail. Like it doesn't matter if you feel like it or not. It doesn't matter if you're getting anything out of it. It doesn't matter if it's like going to be good or bad that day. You do it no matter what. The energy of the opponent doesn't mess with you anymore with that thing because they're like, okay, they're going to do it either way. Like I can't really foil them or sabotage them. So, so if you are an impenetrable force, like I'm trying to be with these videos where I do it without fail, every day, no matter what, like the opponent will just give up with you in that area because it's a waste of energy, right? So I think that is also on the lighter side of offering because you are like happy to give. It's not even like, oh, I'm not burdened by it at all. So give, put the effort, put the devotion in. When dark, it is giving with expectations. That's what makes it hardest for me to receive, is because there have been few experiences in my life or few people who have given to me, and there are some that give so freely, but there are others who don't, and they don't even realize that they don't give freely, and they have very heavy expectations around the gifts. And be careful not to do that, because when you can give without any expectation, when you can give people the freedom to be themselves without feeling heaviness or like they have to perform for you, it's like the best gift that you can give. But if someone is reluctant to receive, it may be because every time they did, somebody threw it in their face. Like as soon as life wasn't going the way that the giver wanted it to, or like if you don't agree with them at some point and they're like, well, I gave you all of these blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not a gift. It's a negotiation. It's almost even a hostage situation because you didn't ask, So bear that in mind. When you give without strings attached, right? If it's a lending, if it's a borrowing, like let that be clear. But when you give something for real, don't expect anything in return. The universe will bring something around, but it may not be exactly what you think or what you expect it'll be. So just give freely without strings. Go deeper. Odin's sacrifice of his eye in the Norse mythology. Odin did sacrifice his eye for the sake of his people. I can't remember the exact story right now because I don't have any chemicals or hormones left in my brain. Once a week, Gandhi gave up his speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. If there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. Ooh. What's coming my way? Hope no strings are attached. All right, you guys, offering. What are you offering? Think about it tomorrow. Do some journaling. It's a new moon tomorrow. It's always the best to do your new moon rituals immediately following the new moon, and the new moon energy lasts 2 or 3 days. So yeah, journal, write about what you're giving up, what you're calling in, maybe what you're continuing to call in, and follow that up with 3 steps that you're going to take in the next 2 weeks leading up to the full moon cycle. That's always good. Take advantage of that waxing, that building momentum. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a reading on the new moon. So be looking out for that. And yeah. Meow. Good night, cool cats and kittens.